Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today's review I've got the G.P Peltosen Puukko Ranger knife, the M95. Here it is here in the leather sheath, this model. It's also available in the kydex and camouflage kydex. This is a well thought out sheath, this one, really like it. I've had the M07 previously, which is the same knife but a bit shorter. I think it's 2 inches shorter. So let's go over some of the specs on this knife. So get this out to start with. Just using the thumb ramp here. There we go. Right, this model here has the Teflon coating, so it's all been blacked out. It's made of 80 CRV2 carbon steel, and it's approximately 4mm thick, just a little bit over it. And you can see here on this model that the top spine's been flattened out a bit for a bit of fire steel scraping. The blade length then, from the tip here to this point here, is approximately 6 inches, and from here to here is just shy of 5 inches, or 15 centimetres blade length, and 27.1 overall blade length on this one. It has a cracking rubber handle on it, really comfortable, and you can see here the grip gives a real positive grip. Out here today it's -3 at the moment, and this is where this type of knife really comes into its own with this grip. Positive grip, it doesn't feel cold to touch, it heats up with your grip when you're working with it, and these ribs on the bottom of the handle really give good traction, especially when it's wet. It's a drop point style blade. I would say it's a sabre grind. A lot of people are saying it's Scandi, but I don't believe it is, because here's the flat here and it's almost halfway down the blade, and then it comes down at the secondary, and then there is a small micro bevel on it. I would say this is a sabre grind with a drop point. Full tang knife all the way right through, and at the end here at the butt it's still covered with the rubber, but it is a full tang knife. Really sharp this knife, very comfortable. A good all-round tool for the woods, this, a general purpose knife I would say. It was developed for the Finnish army. It's actually, for my liking, a bit fragile for military use, but who am I to say? You know, I mean, it's been used for a long time, but I like my knives to be a lot more built for endurance and to take hard use. I think if I had to stick this into a log like I was doing last week on my video with the combat utility knife, I think I would snap this. So when it comes to cutting, this is very, very efficient. That's one thing I like about it. So I wouldn't say it's for real heavy use. Feather sticks, excellent for it. My previous one, the M07, was excellent for food prep, and I think this will be just as good. So it can fire them off no problem. There's no issues here with this knife when it comes to doing feather sticks. It's been a while since I've used this style of knife, so it takes a wee bit of getting used to doing the feathers again. Been that used to using convex blades. There you go, no problem to it whatsoever. And when it comes to taking large shavings off, really easy. It really bites in good. So making a spear, for instance, not an issue to it. So when it comes to cutting, real efficient, this knife. Really like it for that. And it's a plain simple high carbon steel, nothing to go wrong with it. It holds an edge decent, you know, for a decent length of time. It's very easy to maintain in the field as well. That's something else I like about it. So I could recommend it for that, definitely. This handle gives you some grip there when you're actually, you know, taking these shavings off. It's real positive in the hand. This part here really does secure your grip. So I like it for that. So let's see what it's like with the fire steel. I think this could be a bit sharper. And my fire steel's fairly new, it's still got paint on it. But there you go, that's working good. Full length, all the way right up there to the plunge line, the midline, and all the way to the tip. So I can't complain at that. So if you remove the Teflon coating, yep, it does a grand job. So that's definitely a thumbs up for me there, like that. One thing I really do like about this knife is the sheath. They've put a good bit of thought into this for soldiers. Here we can see a tag here for a nameplate, and this here is a thumb ramp for releasing the knife. So as it goes in, just pulls that out, thumb against it, put it back in. It's as simple as that to get out. And I don't know if you make this out, it's got the roller wheel here and an additional lock in there as well. And inside it's actually got a plastic insert. I don't know if you're going to make this out. Try to catch this. Well, anyway, it does have one, so it protects the knife when it's actually inside the leather. And it's a good quality leather with nice stitching, high quality. It's got the leather tag here, which has been riveted on. You can put the strap through here and mount it onto your chest rig, vest, and mount it any way you want actually. 360 degrees, this blade. Obviously you've got to need cable ties and maybe tape. And it's got a removable belt loop here, which is secured on here to the rear and been riveted in. I really do like this sheath. It's actually really nice to see that the manufacturers have put a bit of thought into it, because it's really important, because the majority of the time you're actually carrying your knife, you're not actually using it. So having a decent sheath is a big thing for me, and I'm dead pleased to see that they've actually spent a bit of time and a bit of thought putting into their sheath design, and it's nice to see, because a lot of manufacturers get away with murder now, and as you know, some of them don't even supply you with a sheath. So this is definitely a thumbs up for me, one of the best I've come across. I've got the drain hole at the bottom, and if you look back on my channel you'll see I've done the M07, you'll see it mounted to my chest on my chest rig. Dead secure, easy to pull apart. Easy to pull out and put in and resheath, and it can be mounted on various angles as well. This is just a quick review on this knife, because I feel like I've actually covered most of the stuff that I need to with the other knife. But I'll just show you what I use for my field maintenance. It's my handy sharp as per usual. I'm using my trackers, and all I do is run it across here at a 45-degree angle. And I feel this is all I really need to do with this knife. Just change it over. Then back and forth. There we go. That's really sharp. And just that quick run over there with the handy sharp is actually all this needs to get it really sharp. Probably even hair shaving sharp, just with doing that little bit there now. See if I've got any hair left. There you go. I mean, that's only seconds there to get that field hair shaving sharp. Brilliant steel. Right, this is just a quick overview of this knife. As I feel I've covered most of the tests that was required to be done with it, with the M07 model, which I say is just slightly shorter, I think 2 inches shorter. This knife at the moment, and this is the 25th of November, and it's available at Heaney Hayes for £109. I think this is a good buy. You'll get a lot out of this knife, a good general purpose knife, a good military model, not for extreme hard use, but it'll do most of the tasks that's required. So I could recommend this. I love the sheath, one of my favourite things about it. He's put a lot of thought into it, and I do appreciate that, because I feel this is something that's lacking in a lot of manufacturers and makers. Right, I'll catch you all in my next video. Thanks again for coming along the channel, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers.